Hi, excuse me. Are you Dracula? Okay, great. Well, I'm Sunny. I'm one of the new hires, and they said you would show me around. Cool. Why the name Sunny? I don't know. I guess my parents just liked it. Yeah, that's my real name. Yeah, I've told it to like 14 people on the way in here. Everyone keeps asking. So friendly. Everyone here just looks so young. I asked the HR guy on the way in, and he said it's because he consumes the inappropriate sexual energy of the staff. You guys are so funny here. What kind of creature am I? Oh, I'm a Pisces. I've never heard it asked that way, though. That's so fun. Y'all have a lot of lunar calendars hanging everywhere. You guys mistake that full moon threat so seriously, and like, I totally get it. Don't even get me started on the Q word. This cafeteria has such a great variety. There's the vegan line and the raw meat line. I do think it's weird, though, that the lab has their blood bank section down here, but I guess, like, maybe temperature control? Okay, real talk. Are the vampire teeth trending right now? Because I see them on you and a lot of other people, and like, I just want to fit in. No, I'm dead serious. Where can I get it done? Good morning. I'm the new orientee. Are you Medusa? Sweet. By the way, I love that name. Your parents must have been like so into Greek mythology. Also, your head wrap, super pretty. So, do you like it here? Yeah, I used to say that my old job was hell too. Yeah, like literally hell. I said the same thing. A puppy! I didn't know you guys had therapy dogs, and he's so big. Oh, what's his name? James? Oh, I love it whenever puppies have human names. You're such a cute puppy. So I was familiarizing myself with a crash cart and I noticed a bunch of holy water. What's that about? Demonic possessions? You guys kill me. But honestly, the way some of these people act, like, I love that pharmacy is called the spellcasting room and like with all the garden stuff and the Latin, like, the commitment to the aesthetic in this place is amazing. Is it just me, or is he totally giving me the eyes? Oh, he's a gargoyle? Girl, I get it. I've dated a few of those in my time. That's actually crazy. Did you know that you're like the 14th person today to tell me that they have an iron allergy? What are the odds? So, Lucy, where you from? Well, I think we all consider our small hometowns hell, but like, I meant what state? Hey, get this. So the guy that I just brought back says that he sliced his arm running away from his smoking hot date who turned out to be a harpy. Men are so overdramatic. Who was that? Oh yeah, she's totally a witch, but like, what does she do here? Hey, EMS just called and said they're coming in with a mass casualty incident from a dragon attack. What is that code for? Ugh, I was helping stitch up that guy in 4, and he looked me dead in the eyes and sniffed me and said that I smelled good enough to eat. Guess patient behavior doesn't change no matter what hospital you work for. It's been so. I almost said it. I almost jinxed it. Yeah, I almost jinx things all the time. Honestly, you could consider jinxing like one of my superpowers. I told you I'm a Pisces. Morning, Dracula. Everyone says that he's like super bloodthirsty, but he's always been really nice to me. Hey, Doc, the guy that I put in room 3 said he's here because he heard a banshee scream. No, it doesn't bother me. Like, it's not really my place to judge. They can come up with whatever stories they want to. I've never actually seen anyone drained of blood before. I am so sorry for your loss. You know what? They will be back soon. That is a good way to look at it. You keep your spirits up. But he feels it only halfway. Why is nobody else singing? You know what, Terry? I think you are doing a fantastic job. You sound great up there. I don't know why the rest of these fools look so zoned out. You're doing good. Hey, so the hot chick from respiratory keeps like looking me in the eyes and telling me to get on my knees like a good little mortal. Are we flirting? Like, is she? I can't tell. Hey, Morgan. So everybody keeps saying that you are cursing me, and I just wanted to let you know because like you've never said anything bad to me, and I just don't think it's cool that they're talking about you like that. So anyway, have a good day. Sir, I do not care if you are an actual boogeyman. You can wait in the lobby like everybody else. Mr. Bogey, please. My life is already a nightmare. You've got nothing on my next door neighbor. Doc, I don't care how big she is. We don't refer to women as trolls. We're not monsters here. Sweetheart, I know being turned down by a woman is hard, but calling her a soul-eating succubus is just like a little far, don't you think? Hey, Drac. No, I'm just having a bad day. Thanks. Everyone says that you're really cold-hearted, but you're super sweet. If you were the real Dracula, I'd let you suck my blood anytime. Why are you making that face? Child, could you stop acting like a demon for like 5 seconds? Oh, you are a demon. Well, at least you know it. What's up? Oh, Morgan's trying to put a spell on me. She's trying to put an actual spell on me. She could have just asked me out, but yeah, let her know her spell is totally working. Hey everybody, so who's ready for the full moon tonight? Oh, this? I got bit by this huge dog on my way in here.
No, I'm not upset. Honestly, I was probably in his personal space, so like it's totally my bad. I put another animal bite in trauma 1. Anybody know what's in the kibble tonight? Get it? Okay. Hey, Drac, why is everyone looking at me like all sad? Well, except for Morgan. She's been grinning at me all night, and honestly, like I don't know if I'm turned on or scared a little bit. EMS says they're bringing in a group of women drunk on moon water. Is that a new alcohol? Because it kind of sounds like delicious. You know where I could get some? You blinked first. You said I couldn't make eye contact with you. Alpha, my ass, I am the queen at this game. But how many hours did you spend trying to summon the demon? See, that's the problem. That's why your voice is hoarse, but we'll get it looked at just to be safe, okay? Y'all be safe. No more trying to lure strangers to their death in the woods. I would love to roleplay with them. They're so fun. See you guys tomorrow. Do not know why they're acting... Oh.
Morning, guys. What's with all of your faces? Of course I came into work. I mean, like, what, am I not on the schedule? Well, 1, why were you watching me in my car? And 2, it was just a migraine. I get them all the time. Hey, Doc, I put a lady in room 1 who says that she's been out of the water too long and she can't get her scales to grow back. I think she's just trying to say she's dehydrated. Yes, I'm here. Why is everyone so surprised? Hey, look what Morgan gave me. She said it's even real silver. No, it doesn't hurt. It's not a real sword. It's fake. Hey, do you know where any salt is so I could give it to my patient in 4 to help keep the ghosts away? It doesn't matter if I believe it or not. I mean, like, if it helps him feel better, I'm all for it. Drac, you know I think you're super smart, but I don't understand what my migraine has to do with my dog bite and a full moon. I mean, like, I'm not a werewolf. This is the real world, not a fantasy series. All right, well, I am going home. Hopefully all of you guys will be much less weird tomorrow. Bye. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Morgan, it's Drac. Get the others. We need to talk. So we need to talk about the human in the room. First and foremost, James. Did you bite her? No! Firstly, she thinks I'm my own therapy dog, and second, she's the only person that carries beef jerky in their pockets for my wolf. Does it even matter who bit her? The real question is, why didn't she change? Is it possible she did and just doesn't remember it? Would that make her an unaware wolf? I'm sorry, no, it's not. Like, she would know. Not to mention she still reeks of human. I mean, I can smell her all the way down from Med-Surg. She really doesn't smell that bad. In fact, I think you're mad because your big bad Morgan magic can't take down the itty-bitty human. My craft is as strong as it ever was. See, I figured maybe it was you doing something to protect your little girlfriend. This is the best day. My little girlfriend, coming from the person who keeps giving her gifts? Cursed objects are not gifts. Keep telling yourself that and you might actually start believing it. I'm loving this, but back to this subject. Either she's like immune to all magic, or she's the most powerful and scary thing that's ever existed. Here is your comprehensive guide to all the characters that I currently have in my human accidentally gets hired at a supernatural hospital series that I've decided to call Unearthly Medicine. First off, we have our main character, Sunny. I would have given her a way cooler name if I would have known this was going to blow up, but here we are. She's your regular run-of-the-mill mortal that somehow got hired at a supernatural ER and has no clue. She is super sweet and caring and very defensive of her patients and will not take you calling them monstrous names lightly. She is also seemingly unaffected by any of the supernatural powers that surround her. Our next main character is Dracula, short for Drac. He's obviously a vampire, and he was her preceptor. He's always got a nose ring and a backwards hat on. Then we have James, the resident werewolf. Sunny thinks that his wolf is his own therapy dog, and she always carries beef jerky in her pockets for him. He has no nose ring and long hair. Finally, the witch Morgan, who for whatever reason doesn't like Sunny and is constantly trying to get magic to take effect on her. Sunny thinks they're flirting, everyone else thinks they're flirting, but the Morgan swears they're not. Hey Morgan, it's Sunny from work. I hope you don't mind that James gave me your phone number. He said that you would think it was funny. I don't really know why. But anyway, listen, I hope you get this message because it's raining at my house. Because, like, I know that you like to have the, the little frogs with the little warts. You use them for whatever. It doesn't matter. Anyway, have a lot of them here. So call me back and let me know if you want me to catch you some. Okay, thanks. Bye. See you at work tomorrow. Morning. Oh, hey, Drac. Yes, your eyes are lovely. No, I will not cover for you next Tuesday. I already told you that. Mr. Dead? Sir, this says you cut your arm. Your arm is all the way off. Okay, well, if you're not freaked out about it, neither am I. How many times have you had it reattached? There's my favorite therapy puppy, James. How are you? Oh, Morgan, that's mean. Just ignore her, James. She's just mad because she's not getting all of my kisses. Oh my God, are you okay? Did you just choke? Did you just laugh? Listen, Mr. Lucifer, Prince of Hell, King of Demons does sound like a really rad band name, but we're clearly very busy, and I don't do VIP patients, so you can sit down and wait like everyone else. Oh, I was thirsty. Thanks, Morgan. That's super good. Nope, I'm not tired. Wide awake. Yeah, I told the Lucifer guy that if he yelled at any of you again, I'd give him a reason to be in the ER. Not scared of a 30-year-old and his teen angst face. Hey, Drac, it's Sunny. Do you remember how you told me not to trust the guys from radiology because they were like fairy bastards or whatever and that they wouldn't like me? Well, guess who just got asked to go out drinking with them? That's right, me. Anyway, I was just calling to let you know that you should like give people a second chance. Okay, I'll call you later. Bye. Dracula, it's Sunny. Sure, for a sunshine light of your life. Have you ever had fairy wine? Because I have, and it's delicious, and I just wanted you to know. Hello? Is it me? Listen, the radiology guy said not to tell you, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. We're going to the fairy circle, which I think is like a rad club. They said it's like a whole new world when you step in it. You should get Morgan and James and come. Last call, because they said I can't use my phone in the circle. But Drag? Oh my god, you're never gonna believe this, but you're here. Oh, there's James. Oh, there's Morgan. Oh, I did not dress up. You guys are kicking ass. You're very fast. I'm gonna take a nap now. Again, Drac, I don't remember anything about last night after they said we were going to the fairy ring, except for that I will never drink fairy wine again. So you're going back out to the lobby because I don't have any beds back there since we're full of actual emergencies. Okay, if you are some all-powerful deity, then how did you break your thumb on an IKEA table? You can wait. Morgan, for the millionth time, I'm fine. You can stop mother-henning me. Oh, but hey, I stopped by the rock store and I got you these before work. I know you like rocks, and, well, since you brought me home last night, I thought it would be nice. Why does your face look like that? Are you okay? Doc, I put another demon possession in room 4. Be careful, this one knew my whole name. No, honestly, I am too tired to even be fazed by this anymore. Do you just want the standard holy water? Hey, why does everyone look so freaked out? Jaco's coming? They suck, but it's no reason to spaz. Oh, they're a Van Helsing. Is that a special level or something? James, it's Sunny from work, and I just had the best shower thought. Okay, you know how I never see you and Puppy James at the same time, and I like to joke about it? Like you're secretly Batman or whatever. What if next April Fool's, or just like tomorrow, I don't know, whenever, we trick everyone into thinking that you're a werewolf? Get it? Because, like, you guys are never in the same place at the same time, and you'd be like, oh, there's therapy Puppy James. Oh, where's the real James? And then you just swap out like those old TV shows. I think it would be so funny. Okay, call me back if you want to plan it. Bye. Noted patient seemed to not be breathing. Reminded patient to take breath. Patient stated, thanks. I didn't know I was holding that in. Informed doctor of possible working memory lapse. Wrote on whiteboard, remember to breathe. Call I didn't reach, said Rose 10-2. Okay, guys, she's coming. Now remember, if any of you ruin this for me, I will eat your mothers in the sexy way. You wouldn't dare, wolf boy. Bold of you to assume that I haven't already. Oh, shut up. Here she comes. Oh, good. Morgan and Drac, you're here. Listen, I need to talk to you guys. Oh, no. This sounds really serious. What's up, Sonny? This is going to come as a shock, but I think James might be a werewolf. Oh my god, no way. What makes you think that? The heightened sense of smell? The super good hearing? The fact that he takes every single full moon off? Ow! James, don't hit her. This is no time for tomfoolery. No, Morgan, everybody knows that those aren't actual werewolf traits. It's because I've never seen him and his therapy dog, who is also named James, in the same room at the same time. Duh, Morgan, don't you know real werewolves don't do that? That was a really great point, Sonny. Thank you. Look, see, there goes real James, and then he walks behind the wall, and then therapy dog James walks out. But they're never in the same place at the same time. You've convinced me that I need a drink. Late April Fools, he's just a human. You should have seen your face. When asked when cold symptoms started, patient stated, I booked a hotel room with only one bed and told her it was the only bed available, thinking she would share. She actually just made me sleep in the floor, and I was sick the next day. Noted.
Hey everybody, you guys look really stressed out. Is it the whole inspection thing? Drac, I just don't get it. What's so special about this Van Helsing? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was like a Voldemort thing and I couldn't say his name. Miss Damon? Oh, I'm sorry. Demon? Oh, bless you. Why are you screaming? There's a lot of posters up. Are these for the inspection? No hypnotizing or entrancing patients without MD orders. Is that like Ativan? Listen, Mr. Archangel, sir, first of all, very cool name. Second of all, even if God did send you down here personally to get a chest x-ray, God doesn't run my hospital, so you're going to have to wait. All blood donors must be consumed in hospital cafeteria blood bank. Who made these signs? Because I'm pretty sure this is supposed to say collected. Hey Morgan, I saw a sign that says no unauthorized witchcraft on hospital grounds, so if you're gonna keep trying to put a spell on me, it's just gonna have to be over dinner. Seriously? Yeah, no, 7? Okay.
Hey, Drac. So, you know that doctor that likes to call himself an alpha all the time and insists that we all refer to him as Dr. Alpha? I may have overheard him calling you a soulless, blood-sucking undead leech, which may have prompted me to call him a basic beta bitch, which may have led him to growl at me and make some threats anyway. I just wanted to let you know so that like next time you came into work, you kind of knew what you were walking into. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Okay, gotta go, bye. Good morning. Don't say a word. I brought treats for pre-inspection jitters. I've got beef jerky for James, some neon nail polish for Drac. Don't complain, you need some color. And a video of some teenagers falling into a puddle and it ruining their prom outfit for Morgan. Yeah, I thought you'd like that. Let me guess, a foot injury? I keep telling you ladies, if you're gonna try to summon ancient magic and demons in the woods, you still have to wear shoes. I know they don't go with the aesthetic, but neither does gangrene. Drac, I don't get it. Why are you so nervous about this Van Helsing guy? Well, yeah, it's a JACO inspection. Of course the stakes are gonna be big, but it's not life or death. James, did that guy just yell at you? Absolutely not. No, I got it. Hi, is it true that you make all the rules at the gates of heaven? Oh my god, that must be such an exclusive club. Well, let me ask you something. Does this look like the gates of heaven? No? Then you don't make the fucking rules here. Don't yell at my friends. It was no big deal. He was just a douchebag. See you tomorrow night, Morgan. Bye.
Yes, I would say that I believe in magic. I just tend to think of it more as like spicy psychology. And yeah, for sure. Hold on one second. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. I got you. No problem. See you later. Ever since I called that doctor like a basic beta bitch, you know, the one that likes to call himself the alpha, I've been getting the weirdest challenges. Like, people are coming up to me. I think that's my 10th staring contest today. I got roped into the weirdest game of Simon Says. It was like reverse Simon Says. The first person to do what they're told is out. I haven't lost anything yet. I think I'm supposed to have a game of musical chairs later. I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, so magic.
When asking patient how she was bitten by unidentifiable forest beast, patient stated, "This isn't supposed to happen to me. I'm not like other girls." Informed patient that just because she likes swords and does not like shopping or ball gown, she can still be mortally wounded, just like the other girls. Call out and reach side rails time 2.
Good morning. Who's ready for inspection day? Of course I'm excited. I have a date after this. Are you Mr. Van Helsing? I'm not calling you Sir Van Helsing unless you call me Lady Sunshine. Oh, okay. All right, well, Sir Van Helsing, you're coming with me today. So we're just going to pull some people out of triage. Oh, before you even ask what I am, I'm a Pisces. Okay, Miss Underbridge, we're going to put you in room 1, get an x-ray of your shoulder, and you'll probably just have to stop throwing boulders around for a while. Okay, bye. Hey, we do not call my patients trolls. I don't care how tall she is. No. There's Drac and James. Hey. Oh, they must be super busy. Yeah, those are like my best friends. Of course I know what they are. James is a Cancer and Drac is a Scorpio. Bye, Mr. Hyde. I hope you and your inner demons find peace. No, we don't perform exorcisms on everybody. Some people prefer to just like be friends with their demons, and who are we to judge? Did you just call my patient a monster? I don't care who you are. If I hear one more derogatory thing out of your mouth, I'm going to shove that fancy silver inspector badge so far up.
People have been asking me what my characters look like from my series about a human who accidentally gets hired at a supernatural hospital, so I drew up some rough sketches to give you guys an idea. Disclaimer, I am not actually an artist, so please be nice to me. Our main character, Sunny, is a human who put in an application at a supernatural ED and got hired by accident. She's fun, she's loyal, she's completely oblivious. I would also consider this her vibe. Our next character is Dracula. He's the ER charge nurse. You'll quickly learn that my style of art is called I can't draw men and or I can't draw 2 eyes, so do with this what you will. He's just like a pretty chill dude. You could probably get a drink with him. Then we have James, our physical therapist werewolf. I just kind of picture him as this Asian himbo. Finally, we've got the witch Morgan. She is a float nurse and is constantly, trying to curse Sunny or figure out why magic won't work on her. But the day after tomorrow, these two have a date, so we'll see.
Hey, Drac, it's Sunny. I'm gonna be a little bit late. So James let me borrow therapy puppy James because there was a bunch of storms coming through last night and I was a little scared. And then I let him outside to pee and he got wet and then he smelled really bad. So this morning before I came in, I was like, I'm gonna give him a quick bath because it's rude to return somebody's pet smelling like wet dog. It didn't go well. As much as therapy puppy likes the rain, he did not like the bath. I think I think therapy puppy might need his own therapy now. Anyway, we're on our way. I promised him I would get him a cheeseburger from McDonald's, so I will be there about 10 minutes late. Okay, sorry, bye. Morgan Drac, I'm so sorry I'm late. Listen, could you bring therapy puppy James back to real human James so that I can start triaging? I'm so sorry, and be careful, he's still a little testy from the bath. I'm sorry.
Who's a good boy? Are you the best boy?
Come on.
I think he is the goodest boy, and doesn't he look so spiffy in his cute little bandana and his little bow? Oh, yes, you do.
Guys, please, what was I supposed to do? You know how I feel about baths.
Good morning, everyone that I like. Van Helsing. Come on, we have patients to see. Hey, Doc, I put a guy in room 4 who says a couple months ago he was bit by some chick at that Fairy Ring nightclub, and ever since then, he's been having these, like, really intense monthly mood swings where he sometimes blacks out. Anyway, I already got a urine. Thanks. Oh, hey, Morgan. I'm sorry. He said what? Van Helsing. No, I remember what titles you like, but I only call people sir if I respect them or if I'm on my knees in front of them, and I'm definitely not kneeling. It does not matter what our patient was doing at the Fairy Ring. He didn't deserve to get bit. We don't shame people for what happens to them. See, I've been keeping a list of all the things that you said about my patients and my friends, my coworkers, and those freaks that you've been calling dogs and leeches and witches and whatever else would never treat anyone the way that you've been treating them. I just find it weird that you keep asking me why I'm not afraid to work in a place like this, but honestly, the only monster that I've met here is you. Approve our certification and leave before I sick all these big bad monsters on you. Morning, Jack. Where do you want me today? Yeah, I can triage. Mr. Adventure. Okay, you can come on back. Okay, so you were trying to win a prize, but you couldn't answer the riddle, so the Sphinx scratched you? Let me see. They must take their trivia night, like, really seriously. What club was it? Elvira? So it says you ingested some garlic on accident? Okay, you know, you would be surprised how common that allergy is in this area. Mr. Reaper, you're here because you tripped and fell over your own walking stick. I mean, you've got a scraped knee. You're gonna have to wait. You're not even the first person to threaten to drag me to the underworld today. You're skin and bones, homie. I could take you. Sit down. Okay, Mom, could you step out real quick? I gotta do an exam, and you know how teenage boys are. All right, Merlin, my dude, what'd you get into? I gotta know what it is. I don't care. I'm not gonna tell your mom. I just gotta treat you right. Her herb garden? Okay. And the witch's brew? What kind of alcohol is that? Hey, Drac, it's Sunny. Listen, I'm really struggling for where to take Morgan for this date. I asked for coworkers. I was like, what is she into? And they were like, oh, she's really into spelling. And I can't spell. And where do you even take somebody on a date for spelling? Like, is that a trivia night? Like, I don't know what to do. Could you call me back and give me some ideas? Bat boy, we've discussed this. When I call, you answer. Listen, I'm thinking of taking the mortal on a picnic. That way I can make her food and then spell the food to see if any of it works on her. Do you think that she would like that? Hey, Drac, it's Sunny again. Listen, so I asked James, and James said that she likes to curse people. So I was thinking, like, maybe one of those restaurants, you know, where they're really mean to you, and then you get to be mean back, and then she could curse whoever she wanted to, and that wouldn't be a big deal. That's like, really aggressive for a first date, right? Twilight Sparkle, nothing is more important than answering my phone call, so I'm going to need you to pick up the damn phone. The mortal likes art, right? Like, the little human is always doing little doodles. What if I take her to a paint and sip? I could spell the ink to see if she can use magical objects. Do you think that she would like that? James, do you think it's too late to ask Van Helsing to kill me?
Drac, I have the best idea. Okay, I think that we should keep like a video log of everything weird happening with Sunny. Because like years from now when it comes out that she's the super high fake king alpha, I don't fucking know. Anyway, I want it marked that we saw it first.
Come on, please.
Yes. Okay, I'll go first. My name is James Pryor. I've been a physical therapist at Lunar Medical for like the last 5 years. I've been working with Sunny, aka the Mortal, for the last couple of months. Oh, and I'm a werewolf. Okay. My name is Dracula. My friends call me Drac. No last name. I'm a vampire. Been doing that for like 200 years, and I've been working in the emergency department as a charge nurse for the last 12.
I'm Morgan, descendant from the Morgan. I'm a witch and a float nurse, and it's my current personal mission to figure out what secrets the little mortal is hiding.
What are you trying to find in her underwear drawer?
Oh my god! I'm Sunny, and I think that Dracula will have the most anemic patients today. Did I do it right?
Hey, Morgan. Before we go out for dinner, there's something that you should know. I have a confession. I'm a giant nerd, like a huge nerd. I read a lot of fantasy novels. I even own these earbuds that make me look like I'm an elf or like a high fae, and I just didn't want you to be surprised if that kind of stuff comes up. Well, I'm just tired. You remember that Merlin kid that we admitted the other day, the one that got into his mom's herb garden? Well, I stayed up late last night practicing some magic tricks because he told me that he was really into magic. So, like, I was practicing, you know, that one quarter where you're like, ooh, look at the quarter. Ooh, which hand is it in? And it's actually in this hand. And I stayed up really late practicing that. And then this morning before the shift, I went by his room and I was like, hey, Merlin, I've got a cool magic trick too. And I showed it to him, and he countered by making 13 birds appear out of nowhere. The kid is good. And every time I keep asking him, I'm like, man, just tell me the secret. And he's like, it's magic. And I'm like, yeah, but like, what? How do you do it? And he's like, it's magic. And I'm like, yeah, but what's the trick? What's the secret? And he just looks confused, and I'm confused, and I don't know. Anyway.
Morning, Drac. Where's everybody? But like, how short-staffed because the lobby's like really full. Oh, it's gonna be a long day.
Hades? Oh, you look like death. Tell me what's going on today. Okay, ma'am, so you were hit with a dizzy spell at work. Does that happen often? Only when you make the secretary mad? Isn't that the truth? Drac, HR called. They said they're gonna buy us pizza for lunch. Yeah, I guess some things don't change no matter where you work. Doc, I put a guy in too that says he's been trapped in a lamp for what feels like 100 years and that he's having trouble with weakness and moving around. I think he's like a contortionist or something. I'm not really sure. See, that's a really common misconception with hospice. They don't cause the patient's death. They just sense it coming and kind of help you prepare and ease into that transition. Yeah, I can get you a referral with Banshee's Calling if you want. Guys, we're going to be getting several trucks from a mass casualty incident. Apparently things got a little heated at the regional spell-off. I guess you guys take your spelling bees really seriously here. Get ready.
Okay, I've got candy in case they want something sweet to eat, coins for safe passage, and vitamin C in case they need a boost. Awesome. Oh, hey, James. I just leave these out for the hospital ghosts, you know, like little offerings to make their day better. Yes, I believe in ghosts. No, I don't believe in vampires or werewolves. Because I've seen a ghost. God, James.
Hey, Drac, when you logged into the computers this morning, did you get an email about how all vampires versus werewolves arguments must be held off hospital grounds? Yeah, I just didn't expect that. You guys must get like really heated about stuff like that here. So who are you? Like Team Edward? Team Jacob? You look like you'd be a Team Jacob guy.
Hey, I'm Sunny. I'm from the ER. They told me to come to L&D tonight. Are you guys expecting to be busy? Because it's a pink full moon. Forget how seriously you guys take the lunar cycles here. So why are you guys all wearing like the arm pads? Pregnant women can be vicious whenever they're in labor. I get that. That lady just had 7 kids. That's a small litter? Oh my god, what is in the water here? Hey, where can I find the amethyst, tiger's eye, and rose quartz for the patients? By the way, I think it's so cool that you guys do that at the bedside. Oh my god, you forgot your altar at the house? Don't even worry about it. We have like a bunch of backups here. It's crazy what we have here, honestly. Anyway, which goddess is it to? I've never heard a group of women howl when they're in labor. It's really pretty. How did they get in sync like that? Like the harmony's spot on. Hey, I need like 70 more blankets and some pillows. My patient's trying to make a din. I think it's like a new age birth thing. I don't know. Drac, James, Morgan, group video message. Since none of you can ever answer your phone, I'm sorry I called in today. I do not feel good at all. But you remember that guy we took care of a while ago, Hades or something? Anyway, he dropped by. I don't know how he got my address, but whatever. And gave me some eggs as a thank you. He said they were basilisk eggs. I don't know what kind of chicken that is, but these things are huge. And he was like, yeah, just don't put them under any actual chickens to hatch. And I was like, I'm not gonna hatch anyway, whatever. Anyway, since tomorrow's Easter, look, I decorated them. And my neighbors have like this cute little chicken coop. And so I thought like I would hide them in there. tonight, and then their kids could find him in the morning, and that would be really cute. Oh, hold on, somebody's at the door. Drac? What are you guys doing here? Hey, Drac, it's Sunny. So my date with Morgan is tonight. How do I look? So she decided that we were gonna go with her idea. We're gonna do like dinner and a magic show at some place near the fairy ring, you know, that nightclub. Anyway, she's here. I gotta go. Hey, Morgan. Wow. You look like magical tonight. Oh, thank you. What is it supposed to help my wishes come true? That's so cute. No mortals allowed without a supernatural companion. That is so cute. They're so committed to the aesthetic here. I already love it. Did she just transform into a leopard? Oh my god, these animatronics are insane. So the Morgan family title is like a pretty big deal. It sounds like a whole lot of pressure being placed on you. I'm so sorry. Well, you don't have to be perfect with me, okay? Dude, that dragon looks freaking real, and they're asking for volunteers to ride it. Oh, I hope they pick me. I can't believe they picked me. Okay, I'll be right back. Don't look so scared. It's just animatronics, a big dragon-shaped roller coaster. Drac, good news. Mortal can use magical objects. Bad news, I might not be the thing that eats her tonight. Not like that. Patient stated she obtained black eye when her and her partner were sleeping, and her partner started to have a nightmare. She rolled on top of partner and tried to wake them up. Partner then hit her in the face. Patient states she thought that he would roll her over. She would wake him up gently, and then it would turn into some sort of sexy time. Inform patient that it's not actually a good idea to wake partners up when they're in that type of nightmare. Patient verbalized understanding. Call out and reach, side rails ×2. Take her to a magic circus, Morgan. It'll be fun, Morgan. Then you can call her family and explain how you got her ate by a dragon, Morgan. Yeah, that's gonna be a weird phone call. Did she just pet the dragon? Oh my god. Yeah, she thinks it's a really big robot. How did you get here so fast? Oh, we've been hiding in the stands the whole time. See, you didn't recognize me because my
Cover's
mustache.
blown, wipe it off.
Fine. Oh, look, they're taking off. That's so high. That looks so super safe for a mortal. Dracula, do something. I can't. None of us can. I mean, you know how the Fae are about performance interruptions. It's in the waiver you signed for her. You know, you guys are freaking out, but she's actually doing a really good... Oh, look, they did a barrel roll. And they're landing now. It's fine. Oh, the dragon even gave her kisses. I'm back. That was the call. Shit, Morgan. I'm fine. It's okay. I love that you care about my safety, but it's just a giant dragon roller coaster ride. It almost had me fooled, but if dragons were real, that would just be like a giant sky puppy dog. Morgan, seriously, I'm fine. Drac! James! I didn't know you guys were coming. I saw a Siren's karaoke bar down the street. Do you guys want to come? She'll be the death of me. Morning, everyone. It is pouring outside, but you know what they say. It chases the people away. Or makes us super, super busy, and it's gonna be a long day. Alright, it says here that you just barely escaped being turned into a dormouse by your ex-girlfriend. I think we've all had a relationship like that. I can mark off losing my soul. Oh, hey, Drac. No, I just made this bingo card, and every time somebody threatens to curse me with something weird, I get to mark one off, and if I get a bingo, then I get to buy myself some Starbucks. Yes, you are a goddess. Absolutely love the confidence, but unfortunately, you are not the goddess of my ER, so you are gonna have to wait your turn like everybody else here. Sit down, thank you. Okay, boys, be safe, and remember what I said. Don't challenge your enemies to a battle unless you're at least confident you can slay them. That's right. Alright, bye now. These D&D games are getting out of control. I kind of want to go to one, though. Oh, you're the king of hell? Well, you're currently the king of wasting my time. Move so I can get this kid back. Lucy, did you just say you were going to feed me to demons? Bingo, guess who's getting a caramel latte? Karaoke at the Siren's Bar! I'll go first. Earth, water, fire, and air. We may look bad, but we don't care. Is that the Scooby-Doo song from the episode with the witches and the vampires? Yeah. I have no idea if she's fucking with us anymore or not. I hope not, because her antics are currently giving me gray hair, and I can't age. Oh, it's my turn. Honey, lock the doors and turn the lights down low. Put some music on that's soft and slow. 'Cause baby, we ain't got no place to go. I would not have pegged Drac for country. Oh, his Bloody Daniel's here. Thank you. Yeah, he said it smells better than the Mary, whatever that means. My turn. Don't go anywhere, Drac! My life has been a series of doors in my face, and then suddenly I bumped into you. You promised. Thought you were kidding. I've been searching my whole life to find my own place, and maybe it's the party talking or the chocolate fondue. Did you expect that one? No, but I'm also not surprised.
Due to short staffing, necromancers in the morgue are now being encouraged to reanimate corpses for basic tasks. Consent from family members is a must. Please speak to your unit managers on where to find the appropriate paperwork. I love this place.
Hey James, you have to tell me, is it you putting up all of these short staffing signs? Because they are hilarious. This is a top-notch prank, my dude. Sign-on bonuses now include eternity as the creature of your choice in exchange for 50 years in any nursing department. Refer your mortal friends today. The commitment to these is incredible. Somebody has to tell me who's putting them up. Morgan, if you really want to kiss me, you'll tell me who's putting up the flyers. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you look so flustered. Oh, there's some open shifts. Hey, it says they're offering tickets to see the Harpies play live at the River Styx to anyone who picks one up. We should totally go. Oh, that was a hard no. Not a fan, Drac?
Hey Drac, it's Sunny. So our manager asked me if I could cover the second half of night shift tonight because somebody called in and there's nobody else available, which is like totally fine. It's whatever. But then she sounded really apologetic and told me that I should bring the bite guards that I got from my shift in L&D the other day and brush up on my knowledge of like deities and demon work. And I, it's super funny. Like I get it. It's different on night shift. I've worked them before at my other hospitals. But she just sounded really concerned. So could you like give me a heads up of what I'm walking into? Because, I know there's not going to be actual demons or like actual gods descending into my ER. But it's just like, did the crazies really come out after midnight? Yeah, call me back. Thanks. Hi, I'm Sunny. I'm working the second half of the night shift. Yeah, I brought my bite guards. I did hope that was a joke though. Oh my god, you're Asmodeus, like the Asmodeus, the one in charge of lust at Lucifer's club. See, that's what I would sound like if I cared, but I don't. Names mean nothing to me. You're gonna have to wait like everyone else. Thank you. Hey Morgan, I know it's late and I'm sorry to bother you and you look so pretty, but I've had 3 people come in with mental breakdowns related to bad tarot card pulls. Do you know if the Apollo guy is doing like future readings again? Can you find out? And if so, can you tell him to stop? Doc, I put a guy in room 4 who said that he's having insomnia after his Sandman turned out to be a boggart. And do we have an updated form for like the lingo of the street stuff here? Because I have no idea what those substances are. Bro, you can't just call my patient Bigfoot. They have a name. And it's not their fault that they're hairy and tall. It's a condition. Bye, ladies. Don't forget that next time you hold a seance, get some better lighting. Yeah, broken arms totally ruin the mood. See ya. Hey guys, it's your favorite werewolf, James. Before I even get started, do you know how werewolves greet each other? What's up, dog? I thought it was funny. Shut up, Drac. Anyway, today on James's log. Did that sound serious enough? Like I'm going for dramatic flair? Okay, cool. On James's log, we're gonna be interviewing the mortal. There she is. Sunny, it's James. Do you care if I ask you some questions? Cool. I've never done a hiring video before. Okay, first question.
Is this hospital different than your other jobs?
Yeah, I've had to make some adjustments working here for sure. For instance, I don't say bless you anymore. It was making a lot of the patients like totally spaz. I mean, they looked possessed and I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable. I don't know if it's like a religious thing in this area, but stop saying that. What? Camera. Oh, sorry.
Is the rest of your family like you?
I mean, they're super cool, but other than that, there's like not really a lot of similarities. Oh, sorry, I was adopted, but my 2 aunts are actually coming to visit later this week, and I'm really hoping that you guys can meet them.
The plot thickens. It was cool, Drac.
Hey Drac, it's Sunny. So I am probably going to be a little bit late. You know that nurse, I think her name is like Luna. She hangs around Dr. Alpha Douchebag a lot. Anyway, she asked me to be her pup's godmother. And I was like, oh my god, that's so cute. Yes, who doesn't love puppies? Well, it turns out that she calls her children her pups. And she has a lot of them. So yeah, I'm at that ceremony right now. I think it's going to run longer than I thought. But anyway, I will be there when I get there. I am so sorry. You would think the hardest part about working in this hospital is like all of the patients who claim they're possessed by demons, or all of the patients who say that they're like high profile patients and try to claim that they're their gods and try to threaten to drag me to hell all of the time, or the amount of staff who thinks it's okay to smell me. Like all the time people are just sniffing me, but it's none of those things. It's trying to figure out what to bring on potluck day. Everyone has allergies and none of them are the same. James and all his friends allergic to chocolate. Drac and everyone he hangs out with, I'm pretty sure they're allergic to everything. I've offered to bring every food imaginable and they're like, no thanks. I've only ever seen them drink like protein shakes out of their stupid cups. And then like 98% of this hospital, allergic to salt. To salt! Then I thought I was safe with you, but no, you're lactose intolerant. And I'm not judging. It's like everybody. Thank you for listening to me complain, Morgan. I feel so much better now. I needed to get that off my chest.
Morning, everyone. How's it going so far? You know what? I see your faces. Pretend I didn't ask.
Okay, Mr. Anubis, so it says here that the responsibilities at work and the clientele have just got you feeling really dead inside. I totally get that. Right, and I was telling Morgan that, oh, hey, Karen. Of course I know Karen from the morgue. No, I overheard him complaining a while back about not all of the patients having what they need to go to the funeral homes. So I've been bringing like gold coins or little figurines, whatever their specific funeral homes require, and he really appreciates it. He's cool. Hey, Morgan, why do you look upset? Your patient did what? Hello, Zeus. I heard that you slapped your nurse's butt, and I find that really interesting considering that right here it says that your emergency contact's name is Hera, your wife. Even if your hands did craft lightning, they didn't craft my girlfriend's ass, therefore you don't have permission to touch it, and we don't tolerate sexual harassment, so you can leave. Yeah, you can smite me after the Viagra wears off. Why are you guys looking at me like that?
What's up, Morgan? That's awful. More. No. Morgan, babe. No. Morgan, it's Sunny. This is attempt number 5 to call you. I just got home from work and came to the realization that while I was yelling at that Zeus guy, I may have announced to everyone that you were my girlfriend, which isn't cool because I haven't officially asked you yet. So like, I know it's not official. Anyway, I have a bunch of shiny rocks that I've been saving for you. Do you want me to just like bash myself in the head with them instead? Hold on one second. Morgan, what are you okay. I gotta go. And all the little knights locked eyes with the biggest dragon. And that's when they knew they couldn't slay the dragons. Oh, hey, Drac. Yeah, I'm just telling a story. To the ghost kids. Pretty much every patient that I put in this room tells me that it's haunted by a bunch of ghost children and it's storming outside like loud thunder. I didn't want them to be scared, so I came to tell them a story. I mean, yeah, my patients could be messing with me, but if they're not, that means there's a bunch of ghost kids in here that might be scared of a storm. Alrighty, I'll be there in a minute. Okay, guys, I'll finish the story tomorrow. Don't tell Drac on me. Hello, I'm Sunny. The ER sent me down saying that you guys needed some help in pediatrics today. Great, let's get started. Hey, Lupin, why are you upset? Oh, buddy, we're gonna get those bad tonsils taken out, and not only will you be howling at the moon again in no time, but you're gonna be louder than everybody else in your whole family. Sure, gonna be louder than everyone else in the whole pack. Why not? So you accidentally gave one of your classmates your full name and now you're worried they have too much power over you? I actually know exactly what to do. I see this all the time. Let me teach you a trick my aunts taught me. Right, so you just think really hard about a secret special name that only you will know. Write it down on this paper. I'll fold it up. Oh, hey, Morgan, 1 second. And then usually I would say burn it, but we can't do that here, so we'll run it over water till it disintegrates, okay? All right, you do that while I'm gone. What's up, Morgan? Oh, yeah, it's just a thing my adoptive aunts taught me. They're really big believers in the power that a name holds. You know how some kids have a quinceañera or a sweet 16? I had a naming ceremony when I was 5. Yeah. Yeah, the same ones that are visiting this week. Stop hissing. Their names? Sure.
Hey, Drac, it's Sunny. Do you know that guy Hadriel? He's the door bouncer at that Gates of Heaven club. He's very proud of it. He's a frequent flyer, comes in all the time. Anyway, so he was here today and I was like, buddy, you're gonna have to wait. Like, we're really full. It doesn't matter who you are. And he was all like, the power of Christ compels you to take me back now. And I said, well, then it's not very compelling. And we kind of got into it a little bit. Anyway, then he was all like, I know Jesus, you know, the guy on the board. And I was like, I'm pretty sure you pronounce it Jesus. Anyway, he left before being seen. Is that going to be like an HR thing? Should I worry about that?
What you doing? Look. How do you move so fast? Listen, I'm minding my own business. That beef jerky? You know who else likes beef jerky? Drac, no, I will kill you. Oh, no, I understand. James. Fuck.
Puff the magic. Oh, hey, Doc, what's up? Yeah, I heard the sirens go off. No, I went outside and checked. It's just raining. The sky's not even green. I know you guys call them magical storm sirens, but I mean, like, it's just tornado stuff, and it doesn't even look like there's going to be a tornado. I'm from the South. I'm used to these. No, I'm not going to hide. I've told you guys a million times I'm a Pisces.
Morgan, you have to hide me. I just found out that this place is crawling with werewolves and vampires and witches, and they're hunting me. Of course I know. They told me. Shh, here they come. Oh no, it's Lupin and his friends. They found me again. I swear, Lupin, you are the best hunter in this entire hospital. Oh yes, a very scary werewolf. Yes, you won. You guys get all of my beef jerky. Morgan, why does your face look like that? Of course I was talking about the kids. You didn't really think I was being hunted by werewolves and vampires, did you? When I was in Peds the other day, all the kids were telling me what big scary monsters they were, and so they wanted to play Hunt the Human, and now it's become a thing, and I sneak down on my lunch break and we play a round of it. I think it's like hide and seek for monsters, you know, because they're all big scary monsters. Morgan, babe, are you okay? Because you look like you either want to like kiss me or kill me, and I'm attracted to both, but I can't tell which is really happening.
Morgan, James, Drac, it's Ant Day. They're gonna be here in a little while, and you guys are gonna meet them tonight at supper. What's on my forehead? Oh, that's from the ritual. Anyway, so here's some rules I need you to follow before meeting them tonight. It's really, really important. Number one, no perfumes. They're very sensitive and like allergic to a lot of smells, and they say they always prefer somebody's like natural scent anyway, because it really helps catch the vibe. You know what I mean? Number two, one of them is gender fluid, and the last that they were texting me, they were feeling very feminine, so that's why I'm calling them my aunt, but I will let you know ahead of time if they are feeling more uncle-y today, and then you can use like male pronouns, please. Number three, be respectful, but not like too respectful, because they will try to trick you into calling them things like lady or lord, and that's ridiculous because you're my friends, not their devotees, okay? Lastly, they're very protective of me, so maybe don't mention how often people threaten to murk me at this job, okay? Please call me back and confirm that you have gotten this information. Bye, see you tonight.
Okay, we're here. You guys ready? The most ready. I would also like to add $20 more down that it is high fae, because it just feels like something they would do.
I am a descendant of the Morgan. I was born for battlefields like this.
The battlefield of what? Meeting your girlfriend's parents? Ow,
Enough. Listen, I have lived for hundreds of years. I survived wars. I made it through the mortal twilight phase. We can do this. This is gonna be fine. Let's go.
You guys made it? I'm so excited. Okay, come in. They're in the dining room. I'm back. Okay, this is my beautiful, amazing girlfriend, Morgan. My hilarious bestie, James. And the super serious but heart of gold, Dracula.
figures.
And this is my Aunt Aphrodite and Uncle Loki. Okay, I'm gonna go finish up supper. You guys, like, get to know each other.
What interesting company my very human niece keeps. Oh, Aphrodite, do be kind. This is the exact kind of chaos that I would think, well, no, I would expect her to get into. Dracula, it's lovely to see you again, dear. Loki, of course it's Loki. Don't expect me to bow or anything. No, but it wouldn't be the first time you got on your knees for me like the good little boy I know you are. Would it, Drac?
This is gonna be the best dinner of my life.
Morgan, her lover. That's my area of expertise. Have you nothing to say to me? A couple things, actually. First, it's good to see you in person. Goddess Aphrodite. Secondly, I'm sorry that I tried to poison or magic your beautiful, beautiful, beautiful niece more than a few times. I just wanted to see why she was immune to magic. And thirdly, could you possibly tell us why she's immune to magic? Because as terrified as I am right now, I have more questions than anything else. Didi, stop glaring at the girl. You're gonna give her an aneurysm and then Sunny will never speak to us again. Anyway, to answer your questions.
We have no idea. Not even a clue, and isn't that just fantastic?
How is that even possible? You better question. Why are the two of you, all due respect or whatever, raising her? Loki and Persephone had brought Fenrir and Cerberus to that branch of the River Styx where it meets all of the other afterlives. They were having a game or something. I was there to judge, which is one of my specialties, I'm sure you know, Morgan. Then out of nowhere, the two beasts start going crazy. I'm talking about the dogs, not about you, Loki. And we hear it. A little baby cry. And even the Greeks aren't cruel enough most of the time to throw the babes down as snacks for the underworldlings, so we went to investigate, and there she was. A little human baby, of all things, washed up on the side of the River Styx. But if she's truly just immortal, then that should have killed her. And yet, little witchling, it didn't. But you do have a habit of underestimating my niece.
Not to be a killjoy, but she's coming, so shut up. Your godliness says.
Hey Morgan, Drax said I could find you down here. And there will come a witch one day with a mighty wand, and she will cast your fears away, ole, ole, o Lord. And she will cast your fears away, ole, ole, o Lord. That was the last one. I have to get back to work now. I'll come back another time. Oh, Sunny, I was just, singing to the ghost kids. You have a really pretty voice, though, Morgan. If I didn't know any better, I would think you were a siren. Oh, my sweet little mortal, you have no idea. It's just
I heard that sometimes you come down here and read them stories, you know, the ghost children, and so I thought maybe they would like some music, and I don't really like to perform in front of people, so I thought I could start with the ghost kids. It's silly. Au contraire, I don't think it's silly at all. In fact, I actually think that we should put on a musical for them. How do you think they feel about, like, Into the Woods?
Oh, hey, James. No, I just needed a minute. I'm fine. We've just been, like, super slammed, and I'm starving. So I ordered food, and they charged me for the food, but then the food got lost on the way, and I didn't get a receipt from the thing. It was just a technological mess up. You know, it happens a lot around here. Something about y'all's hospital just, like, messes with computers. Anyway, so I got charged for it, but I didn't get the food, and I'm starving. But we're slammed, so I can't go get anything, so I'm just gonna starve to death till I get off, and I'm sad. Really, it's fine. I'm just being dramatic. Okay, where are we going? Why are we outside? Oh, look at all of the puppies. I had no idea that there were so many therapy puppies here. So we just like scream at the moon? Well, the dogs howl, but I scream. Okay. You're actually right. I feel so much better.
Jack, it's Sunny. I just worked 2.5 hours late, and I have some questions. I swear it's like a different breed of people come out during the night here. Like, first of all, what is up with everyone having the glowing eye contact things, and where can I get some? Because they look really cool. And then the excuses these people have for not just seeing their primary care physician. They're like, oh, I've been having chest pain for like 3 or 4 months ever since my ex-harpy girlfriend tried to rip my heart out. And I'm like, why didn't you see your primary care? And they're like, I'm nocturnal. They're not open when I'm awake. And I'm like, that's not an excuse. Wake up, man. And what is up with y'all's obsession with the midnight spelling bees? Like, academics is important, but I have never had this many people come in saying they got injured at regional spell-offs. Why don't you just call it a spelling bee? Maybe I'm just tired. I love my job, but you guys are the weirdest humans I have ever met.
Making my way downtown, feeling low. Stephanie.
Morning, guys. Is it busy today? Oh, shit. Why are we throwing things at me?
Wow, you're impossibly fast and strong.
Okay. Yeah, I hate Twilight, but at least our blood donations have gone up, right? If I have to find a positive. Everything's gonna be all right. We're just gonna hold some pressure on the wound, okay? No, I'm not gonna lick the blood off of you. Do you know I'm a vampire? That's why you came. Of course that's why you came. Hey, Stephanie, it's Dracula. A few questions. Who told you that we sparkle? We had one night together. Did you see me sparkle? Because I've never seen me sparkle. Did Loki put you up to this? Because Loki and I are about to have it. Hey, Drac. Hey, what are you thinking about? Sorry, James. Just the bad times. One of the wars. Yeah, man. The worst war. Shh, Sunny, you're back. Yeah, I was just in the kitchen. Okay, who's ready for soup, salad, and ambrosia bread? Well, not the real ambrosia bread, because somebody, Auntie Aphrodite, won't give me the recipe, but it's still pretty good. Ambrosia. Sunny, it smells wonderful, my love, but when were you going to tell us that your aunt and uncle were literal gods?
Oh, sunshine. I'm offended. How could you not tell them? It could have explained so much for your little friends.
I was so hoping you guys weren't big fans. I swear, you make one-hit wonder duet in the 80s, and suddenly everyone treats you like you're descended from the heavens themselves.
She doesn't know.
Oh, I gotta go put dessert in. Please don't ask them for their autographs. They get such a big head about their worshippers. How? Oh, calm down, little witchling. Loki can't be the only god that enjoys a little bit of chaos and mystery. Alright, I like a joke as much as the next wolf, which, by the way, Loki, do you think that later Fenrir could, like, give me a pawtograph? Is that what you call it? Could he just, like, lick my face? That would be cool, too. Anyway, but you guys have got to be messing with us. I mean, how does she not know if you guys raised her? But that's the best part, pup. We thought she knew. She was raised in a supernatural mixed community, like one of our own little beastlings. We assumed that someday she would come into her gifts, and we'd figure out why none of our powers worked on her. We never hid what we were, and she never asked any questions, so we just assumed she knew. I think she was, 15, whenever we finally realized that she had no clue, and then it just kind of became a game to see how much we could get away with that her little mortal mind would rationalize.
and it was everything. And what she couldn't rationalize, she just rolled with like it was no big deal. And do you have any idea what kind of insanity it causes whenever you take this perfect little mortal who has no fear of the gods, no fear of the boogeyman or the unknown or the vampires, and just throw her into the mix? I've never had more fun. And the fact that I still don't know why she is the way she is? Perfection. So your plans are to what? Keep pushing her into more and more dangerous situations? Because I know that the hospital application was probably your idea, Loki. Until she snaps? Absolutely not. Not my mortal. Not the human that howled with my pack the other night. I've never had to fight a god before, but I guess I can start. Remember that you hate my namesake for a reason, goddess. As much as I love a challenge, it's not us you have to worry about. My darling niece has been making quite the name for herself at your hospital. Taking over wolf packs on accident, shooing away gods as if they're no more than an annoyance, making friends with the people who rule the underworld. I fear some rather nasty challenges are coming my Sunny's way, and if anything happens to her, I'll hold all of you personally accountable. But I fear we've meddled enough, so do give Sunny our love. I hate when they do that. Oh well, who wants cake?
Hey Morgan, you know how everyone at the hospital is always like, what are you? And I'm like, I'm a Pisces. And they're like, no, what kind of creature? And I'm like, an emotional one. I think that we should start telling them that I am actually a shapeshifter, because I stepped out into the sun for an hour today and I shapeshifted into a tomato. Anyway, I thought that was kind of funny. Will you bring me some lotion? Okay, bye.
Morning, everyone. I know I've said it a million times, but could you please not tell anyone that my Aunt and Uncle are Aphrodite and Loki? Please. Hi, sir. So it says here that you and your girlfriend were experimenting with crystals and you have some rose quartz stuck inside of you. Did you swallow them? No? It's not even the first time today I've seen this. Dr. Alpha. No. If I catch you growling at the nursing students again, I'm going to start calling you Dr. Omega. That's what I thought. Barbara, this is your 4th demon possession in as many weeks. I'm not judging. I don't care. But have you considered taking a class on how to, summon things properly? Because you've got to be doing something wrong.
Oh, your girlfriend took your breath away and tried to steal your heart? That is so sweet.
Drac, we've got another 3 coming in with dragon-related injuries. I know. Somebody should really tell the fantasy renaissance people to, tone it down a bit. Feel better, and remember, we don't eat food from the fairy ring. Yeah, I know the club's food smells great, but its after effects have a terrible reputation. Hey Drac, it's Sunny. So I heard that Dr. Alpha douchebag put in for an emergency 2 weeks vacation, and I was just wondering, is that my fault? Because yesterday I overheard him, smack talking James for no reason. He was being so rude. So I called him out on it. And then I started calling him Dr. Omega because for some reason he hates that and I think it's a little bit funny. And he was like, stop doing that. And I was like, well, then stop acting like an Omega. Stop putting off Omega energy. And James thought it was funny, but the doctor did not. And then he was like, can you not feel my inherent dominance? And then he growled at me and I was like, can you not feel how little of a fuck I give? And so then I growled back. Then he barked, I barked. It was weird. I don't know. It was like a weird dog thing. What's happening? Anyway, I'm pretty sure I won. And then he looked really upset and he was like, I need a break. And then today he put in for that vacation. So is that my fault? Do I need to send him a gift basket? What do you think he would want? Because now I feel bad.
Hey Auntie Aphrodite, so you know how the other day you were asking me how I make fun of this job because it's gotta be so boring? Well, it's not. I'm gonna show you one of my favorite things to do to cause a little bit of chaos. I have to make Loki proud. Not many of us can eat chocolate. It's a super weird allergy a lot of these people have, but on the days that there's enough staff that can, I like to order a brownie, and then sometimes I do this. The curses people throw at me for this, and not even the regular F-bombs. People are threatening to turn me into a frog. Nobody's succeeded yet, though. Not that they could. We all know that, you can turn people into frogs. But anyway, I thought you would think that was funny. Tell Uncle Loki. Thanks, bye.
So recording. Yes. Hey guys, it's Sunny. James is filming a new hire orientation video. It's called James's Vlog. Anyway, he gave me some questions to answer, so I'm gonna answer them. What do I think about all the demonic possessions? There are a lot here. I think most of it is acute psychosis related to food poisoning from eating at the Fairy Ring nightclub. I keep telling them to stop doing it. Spell-related injuries. We see a lot of those. I do think it's a verbiage thing from this area because it's dizzy spells, confusion spells. Pretty much any typical medical problem, they throw the word spell behind and then they come in. But it's just normal stuff. Crazy animal attacks. Yes, I see a lot of really large animal bites, but they're surrounded by super thick woods, like who knows what's out there. Witches. Yes, we see a lot of witches here, but I grew up around a bunch of pagans and people who identified as witches, so like it's not a big deal for me. I'm not here to judge their religious practices. Finally, patients named after gods. I think it's just the vibe of this place. Mascot's a unicorn, there's clearly a theme. Morning, everyone. Ooh, signs. Is it already Nurses Week? Vampiric nurses are never a negative to have around. They always find a way to be positive. Drac, look, they said vampiric nurses. That's where you're from, right? Is that somewhere in Germany? For the duration of the next week, all clothing in the succubi and incubi dens will be half off for mealtime. Huh. Morgan, we should go check that out. Oh, don't choke. Our lupine nurses never let that time of the month get them down. Have a doggy bag in their honor. Oh, I love takeout.
Does this hospital make you feel safe? Think a witch nurse for the wards they place today. I wonder if they cross-train them in like security or something. That's cool. High fae nurses, more like high fae expectations. They truly help set the standards. Enjoy a free trip to the fairy ring on us. Absolutely not. I will not do that again.
Morgan, so I'm down in the cafeteria, right? And you know those two doctors, the couple that works over in OB, they're like super hot. I think they do infertility specialty. Anyway, so they asked me, they were like, hey, do you want to join us for lunch in the incubus and succubus den? And I was like, yes. So this might be your in. I will let you know. Maybe we can get into cool, fancy, rich people parties now. I may have misread the situation a little bit. I had to politely decline their offer, which they seemed very confused by. They were just like, but the lust. And I was like, I am not feeling it. I'm all for a positive sex environment at work, but I feel like there should be a sign on the door. How have I been working here that long and I didn't know that that's what was happening in there?
Hey James, it's Sunny. Do you need anything from the store? Luna and a couple of your other friends from work texted me and asked if I would pick them up some stuff if I went to town today. So here I am. Just let me know. Hey Luna, I got the groceries. How are the kids? I mean, the pups. Why are you bowing? I don't like that. Seriously? Dr. Douchebag makes you bow to him? Oh my god. So what is he overcompensating for? You can tell me. You live with a lot of people. I know some of them from work. Is this like a multi-generational familial household thing? I love that. Alright, I'll see y'all later. Bye. What? Oh, yeah, sure, I can help settle a conflict. What's up?
Right, but Todd, listen, I'm not calling you Beta Todd. That sounds like a weird cult thing. Just listen to me for a second. A lot of people live here. Does it not make sense to make sure the elderly and the children are well fed first? You keep comparing yourselves to wolf packs, but have y'all even done any research? Because wolves take care of their own. Todd, shut up. It's not gonna kill you to cut Grandma off a piece of ham first.
Go to sleep, my little baby. Go to sleep, my little baby. The circle's been cast, we're safe at last, so rest your eyes, pretty baby. Go to sleep, my little baby. Go to sleep, my little baby. The fay's all gone, just be quiet till dawn. Rest your eyes, little baby. Look a sweet little baby, such a sweet little baby. You didn't make a sound, but you still got found. Gonna sing a little song to the baby. Don't you cry, pretty baby. Don't you cry, pretty baby. Your mama's gone away, so with me you'll stay. Let's go through the veil, pretty baby.
Morning, Dracula. Oh my god, you scream as loud as Morgan whenever she... Never mind. What's got you so spooked today? The Fates are coming by for a visit? You mean like Clotho and her sisters? Oh my god, I love them! Yes, I know them. They live in the same town that I grew up in. They used to babysit me all the time. Oh my god, the stories I could tell you. Oh, there's a patient. I'll go get that, but don't go anywhere. I'll tell you. Heracles, it says that you got into it with another Hydra. Like the Hydra flasks. Oh my gosh, those hurt so much whenever you're going to take a drink and you accidentally hit yourself in the nose. I feel your pain. Okay, I'm back. So the sisters, whenever I was little, they used to read me a whole bunch of those like choose your own ending stories. They would only ever read me the story one time, so I don't remember a lot of them, but it was so fun. Also, fun fact, not many people know, they love K-pop bands. You still look worried though. What do they even do for the hospital? Decide the fate of the hospital. So like Medicare, HCAP scores, what are we talking about? Doesn't matter, I'm excited.
And that's when they come out, and then we're just surrounded by like these fae and these vampires and werewolves and witches and creatures straight out of your nightmares. Hey, Morgan. Oh, I'm just telling my patient about this super good new book that I'm reading. It's about this girl, and she's surrounded by all of these supernatural creatures, but she has no idea, and she's like falling in love with them, and then she finds out, and it's just fucking heartbreaking. Yeah, she really likes to read too. Hey Morgan, I'm sorry you saw me get so upset. It's just like, that book is so good, and I want magic to be real so bad, and I'm really upset that I'm never gonna get to pet a dragon. No, not like the anatomical dragon from the circus. Like, I mean the real dragons. Okay, I've got myself together. Back to nursing. Morgan, you're doing that face again. The one that's like, do you want to strangle me or do you want to kiss me? Can we do both?
Patient states that they are a 6,000-year-old deity raised from the depths of the underworld itself and that they bow to no mortal afflictions. Informed patient that regardless of their admittedly cool origin story, they were still positive for an STI and would need antibiotics. Patient then stated he would drag this nurse down to the underworld. Told patient that would be hard to do since I'm already in hell. I can't write that. Patient then took antibiotics without complications noted or reported. Call light and reach, side rails ×2. I love this job, but these people are so weird.